Good evening, and you're welcome to another exclusive interview powered by News.Band Television. Today, we are going to be talking about Nigeria 2023, the state of Nigeria's democracy. We have as a guest a 2023 gubernatorial aspirant for Kaduna State. He's also a reverend and a doctorate degree holder, Reverend Dr. Andrew Duya. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, can you just tell us a bit about yourself before we go ahead?
Say again.
I said, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay. As you already know, I am Reverend Dr. Andrew Duya. I hail from Zango Kachap, local government of area of Kaduna State. But I live in Lagos, Ikeja, where I'm pastoring a church. I feel obliged to it by way of contesting for the governorship of the state. Has answered. Are you hearing me?
Yes, but your line is breaking up, but we can hear you. And if you can speak out, it's also going to be helpful.
Okay, I've given my name as Reverend Dr. Andrew Duya. I hail from Zango Katab, local government of Kaduna State. I am a governorship aspirant of Kaduna State come 2023. I live in Ikeja, Lagos, where I am currently serving as a pastor. Thank you.
Okay, and looking at this Nigeria right now, what do you think of our democratic process?
Well, I don't know. Describe it is either by law or a democracy. Definitely, our democracy is not sound. People are not getting the dividends of democracy. We all know of the insecurity all over the country. We all know the hardship people are passing through. We all know the cost of living, which our leaders have failed to provide. So our democracy is not healthy at all. It's not healthy. Our democracy needs a surgical operation so that it can be restored to what it's supposed to be. Thank you.
Now, Kaduna State conducted one of the freest and fairest local government elections this year, utilizing proper technology and advanced machinery to conduct that election. Do you agree with this sentiment?
Well, you see, the Kaduna situation was supposed to be a testing ground where that technology was put to use. But we had man-made challenges which did not all go well for our democracy. Where those in power felt they don't like, they create problem, they are in court, and so on and so forth. But then, coming from where we are coming from, I will agree that it was worth trying. It was worth trying, and we did try it, and we got the result that we got. So I will accept it as it is.
Now, those man-made challenges we talk about, can you say it was a hindrance to our democratic development?
Oh, the man-made challenges are always when the key players, we want to truncate the result. You can imagine a returning officer escaping with the result, and he will now go and stay somewhere and announce it, other than the place approved for such announcement. When the agents were having a result, the man who will make the announcement was having a different result. So all these are man-made challenges. I don't know when Nigerians will get out of that kind of sentiment where you cannot be a neutral umpire. You want to favor the person who appointed you. And you were appointed to serve the generality of the people, not that individual. So those were the kind of things we saw and which tend to put a dent on the election process, as it were.
All right, now, in your opinion, how is the insecurity in southern region of Kaduna and in other places affecting the state, and how can this be resolved?
Well, it is affecting the state negatively. We don't have investors. Nobody is coming there to invest. Even the people who are self-employed are running away from the state. They are leaving the state. You cannot sleep. Even in those days when we were growing up, you sleep. When the weather is not favorable, you put your mats outside and sleep. You close your two eyes. But today, even if you are inside your house, lock the door, you are not safe. So it is adversely and negatively affecting our state. The solution is a political solution. Those holding political powers know what to do. You can imagine Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi is what they would call bloody civilian. If him as a civilian was able to visit these bandits, so-called bandits, in 6 states, deep inside the forest, how much more the security agents that have all the intelligence, they have all the technology with which they can track down all these terrorists. Imagine them using telephones to talk to victims, to talk to the parents, relations of victims, and yet our security cannot use the same formula to track down these terrorists. So it's a political solution. The politicians in power have the solution. They know what they are supposed to do. If they want to do it, they can do it. They have the power, they have the resources, they have the technology, they have everything it will take to solve that problem. But do they have the will? That is the question.
Now, you just mentioned that they have everything to do, everything needed, but can you expatiate, can you explain how it is they can go about solving these problems?
Oh, that's what I just said now. The so-called bandits, the kidnappers, they will call the relation of the person they have kidnapped and they will negotiate. Can't our security agents use that same number to track down the so-called bandits, the terrorists, the kidnappers, and locate where they are? If a civilian could locate where they are and hold meetings with them and dine with them, is it our security agents with the high level of intelligence at their disposal that cannot track these terrorists and arrest them? So that's why I said they have the intelligence, they have the technology, they have the knowledge, they have the power, they have everything they would need to track down these kidnappers and arrest them and bring peace and sanity to our society. So they have everything. They have no reason whatsoever. Imagine, these bandits are not trained. Our military, our police, our security agents attended training. Whenever they go abroad, they excel. They come back as the best. Is it in Nigeria now that they cannot be the best? So they have everything.
Okay, so why then do you think that the government have not done anything or have not done enough to checkmate the insecurity in Kaduna State in particular, the federal government at the national level also?
Well, I sincerely don't know what is in the minds and the thinking of the government. Why don't want to do it is something I can't say, because I am not in government. I am not a government official. I wouldn't know. But one thing I know, they have all the resources to take care of this situation. They have it. But why they don't want to do it, I don't know. And their failure to do it is what makes some people to think the government is complicit. They are part of the problem. People say so, that they are part of the problem. Because if you know what to do and you have the means to do it and you refuse to do it, that in itself is complicity. That's the way I will interpret it. You have the resources, you have the means, you have the power, you have everything to do something and you fail to do it. That in itself is complicity. But then, I don't know more than that. That is all.
All right, remember that you can join this conversation simply by raising up your digital hand. We try to accommodate as much questions and comments as possible. Now, to combat the insecurity, the current governor in Kaduna State placed a ban on communication services in Kaduna. Will you say that this is an undemocratic solution, or do you believe it is a necessary action?
No. I believe the shutdown of telecom network was just meant to inflict suffering on the majority of the people because it never solved the problem. When the shutdown was enforced, people were being kidnapped, people were being killed. It never solved the problem. So to me, it was an unnecessary government measure to inflict more suffering on the majority of the people. That is my observation because, as I said, the kidnapping never stopped. The attacks never stopped. And you know one thing, that telecom shutdown was only within the metropolis. Back there in the bushes where these terrorists live, there was network. I have a friend whose nephew was kidnapped. He was the one that went to pay the ransom. He communicated with these people in the bush. Throughout his journey, he was communicating with them till he reached where they came out to receive the ransom money. So the telecom shutdown never solved the problem. It was unnecessary. It was just another attempt to inflict suffering, pains on the majority of Nigerians.
All right, and how do you think citizens can get involved in the process of improving our democratic process?
Say what?
How can the citizens get involved in improving our democratic process?
Oh, well, that is what we are doing right now. We told our people the era of sitting on the fence, the era of being a spectator is gone. If you don't get up and get involved, you say politics is dirty, and you, the clean person, you are not involved, then the issue, the outcome will be, you will be ruled by an unclean person. If you think politics is dirty and you don't want to be involved, you see, the dirty person cannot clean himself. He needs someone to clean him. So you, the clean person, get involved. Let us all rise up to be involved in the democratic process, and then things will change. I wouldn't mind. Will I be the only one standing? Yes, I can stand. I can stand alone. But I'm urging all the good people of this country to stand up and be counted. Stand up, be part of the democratic process. Stand up and get involved. Enough of sitting on the fence, enough of being a spectator. In the affairs of men, in their human affairs, nobody is called to be a spectator. We are all called to be active participants. And that's what I'm urging everybody, both the learned, the academia, the business class, the trade unions, labor unions, whoever you are, the religious people, let us rise up and be involved, because from all indications, the politicians have failed us. Politicians have failed us. They have failed us. So it's high time those in the religion, in the academia, and others to get involved so that we can clean the mess and restore sanity into our system.
All right, thank you very much. Remember that you can join this conversation simply by raising up your digital hand. We try to take as much questions and comments as possible. We are discussing Nigeria 2023, the state of Nigerian democracy, and we have as a guest a 2023 gubernatorial aspirant for Kaduna State, Reverend Dr. Andrew Duya. Now, let's talk a bit about your political aspirations. What party do you intend to run under?
What party? Hello?
Yes,
Are you
what
there?
platform do you intend? Yes, I can hear you. What platform do you intend to run under?
I am a member of the People's Democratic Party, and I intend to run on that platform. Okay? I'm a member of the PDP.
All right, and can you just tell us briefly the steps, the moves you've been making to make sure that this your aspiration actually gets you the candidate tickets and maybe into the government house come 2023?
Okay, since I made my intention known, I've been consulting with relevant stakeholders, trying to inform people to know of my intention and try to let them know where I stand and what I intend to do. You see, in politics, the question will always be, what are you bringing onto the table? What are you bringing to the table? So I have to let them know what I intend to do, how I intend to do it. So I've been busy consulting with relevant stakeholders. And that is what I will continue to do until the ban on campaigns is lifted. Then we'll go into the campaign proper.
All right, and can you just tell us some of your past experiences, some of your past leadership positions, and your profile that make you a viable candidate for the PDP's candidate ticket?
All right, you see, as I said, I live in Lagos. I've interacted with different groups here in Lagos. I've attended meetings with different groups. I involved in activities with the Yorubas, with the Igbos, with the Niger Deltas. I discovered that what they fight for here, they fight for their rights, they fight economic rights, they fight for economic survival. But I also discovered that back there in the north, we fight a religious war, which is not proper. You see, the God you serve should be able to fight for you, not you fighting for that God. If you are serving a God, that God should be able to fight for you. What we see our people do in the north is that they fight for their own God, which is not proper. All right, I have been a leader. Currently, I am the Lagos chapter chairman of the Southern Kaduna People's Union, SOKAPU. I am the chairman of the Hausa-speaking pastors in Lagos. My church that I pastor is in the Nigerian police barrack. I am the chairman of the churches in Nigerian police barrack, Lagos, with over 100 pastors as members. I am the coordinator, national coordinator of Democracy Network, a group that was set up to encourage our people to participate in politics. And above all, I am a pastor. I'm a serving pastor, though I will soon leave this job so that I can face my political activities properly. So as a pastor, I'm a shepherd. I know how to take care of people. I know how to meet their needs. I know how to handle their situations. And I will be bringing all these experiences to bear in the governance of Kaduna State. And then secondly, you see, when you are a governor, it's not that you alone will be doing the work. We've seen people who, Nigerians will say they have experience, but where has their experience taken us? Their experience has not taken us to the promised land. But when I become governor, I will engage those who know what to do, and I will just be a supervisor to ensure they do the right thing. I will not be a jack of all and master of none. No. Democracy is all about managing people. I will be able to manage those with me, those who believe in what I stand for, and then we will achieve results working together. I will never claim I know it all. No, I will consult widely. Before we take any decision, I will consult widely so that the decision that would be in the best interest of the people is what we are going to do, is what we are going to take. So I will not just rule by whatever comes to my mind. No, I will carry people along. And together, we will succeed, including you, Neka.
All right, thank you, sir. Now talking of back to our topic, talking about the democratic process, how have you, in any way, tried to improve the democratic process in Kaduna State or in Lagos State, where you currently are?
Yes, I've been involved in encouraging people to participate in politics. That is the major assignment I've been doing in Lagos. Like, if I hear PDP or APC are holding a meeting, I will announce it to my church. And I will ask those who want to attend the meeting, I'll give them date, I give them time, they will all come. Then I will move them in my own vehicle to the APC meeting or PDP meeting. And I'll give them transport. So I've just been trying to encourage people. That is the main thing I have been doing, by passing information, giving them knowledge to know that this and this is holding social place, and I will encourage them to go. I take them there in my vehicle, I give them transport, make sure they participate. That has been the major assignment that I have been doing, and I'm still doing it, and I will continue to also do it. As I said earlier, we cannot continue to say politics is dirty and then we decide to stay away from it. No, it will not help us. Let us be part of the process. Every person, whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, whether you are a trader, whether you are a teacher, whatever profession you are doing, bring your experience, bring your ability into the system, bring it onto the table, and then we will work on it and achieve good results. We also have NGOs. I've been working with American, or let me just say, I've been working with both local and international NGOs. We built secondary school, we provided scholarship, we provided educational materials, and so many other things in order to enhance the quality of education as we see it. And let me tell you, education is not receiving the good attention that it should receive. We are not doing well in caring for education. But when I win the election, when I become governor, education will become top priority. What baffles me, really, what baffles me, everybody that is anything in this country was trained by a teacher. But the moment they enter government, they forget the teachers. Even if you take a teacher and make him commissioner of education, or make her commissioner of education, once they enter office, they'll forget about the teachers. I can't imagine why that is happening. To a point, they were telling teachers their reward is in heaven. But thank God, the teacher said, no, we don't want to wait till we get to heaven. We want the reward here. And I stand with that. I stand with the teachers on that. So education should be given its rightful attention. And I've been doing that. I have served as a representative of NGOs in Nigeria, of foreign NGOs, where we help schools, where we build schools, where we give books, we give uniform, and so many other things. So I will bring that experience into governance by the grace of God.
All right, let's talk a bit about your public policy. If you get into the government state come 2023, What do you propose? I'm talking of policy-wise now. What policies will you propose to combat the security challenges which is ravaging Southern Kaduna in particular?
Okay, what we will do, first and foremost, we have to tackle unemployment, because it is said that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So when people don't have jobs to do, they can jump into anything to make ends meet. I've had some of these terrorists being interviewed. They will go and kidnap people, ransom of millions is paid. How much were you given? Some will say they were given nothing. Some will say they were given 2,000, 3,000. You know, that baffles me. So when we got into government, we have to look at what are the causes of the insecurity. Apart from government, lack of seriousness on the part of government, what are the other causes? And we know that unemployment is a major cause. So we will tackle that. And to tackle unemployment, we go into agriculture. Agriculture has the potency to solve our unemployment problem. If agriculture can be given the attention it's supposed to get, if it can be given due attention, agriculture will solve the issues of unemployment. So we will give serious consideration to unemployment. We will take care of teachers' welfare. You see, when you make the teacher to feel well, to feel okay, if the teacher is well taken care of, you can be sure of the product of his teaching. He will be able to teach and we get a result. I have been involved in education in some instances, and we saw that you hardly find a pupil, that's primary school people, finishing primary school and having ability to read or write. So it will be as a form of deliberate policy to make sure that our education, our teachers are well taken care of. We reduce unemployment by engaging in education, in agriculture. Then other sectors will fall in place. If you get agriculture well, everything will get in place. And then we have as a policy that we will rewrite our curriculum, our education curriculum. A situation whereby a student will graduate from university and start looking for a job will not be tolerated. We will not take that. But we will write the curriculum. You enter university, after 3 years, you will go and set up a business. You see, when we rewrite the curriculum, it will be such that when you enter university, you pick a subject, you will study that subject with the eyes of commerce, with the eyes of entrepreneurship. You will study that subject with the eyes of business. How do you make money from that subject? So the student will be taught how to study and how to commercialize what he's studying. And then after 3 years, the government will mentor him. He will be taken to a place, set up a business for him. He run that business for 8 or 9 years, 9 months. Then he come back and write his project. When he write his project, it will be graded, and then he will graduate. On graduation, he will go back to run that business. So that what we want, on graduation, the student is already an employer of labor. So that nobody will be roaming the street with his degree looking for a job. No, the education curriculum will be redesigned to take care of that. So that as you graduate, you go back and run your business under the mentorship of the relevant government department.
All right, I can see we have a participant hand up. Remember that you can join this conversation simply by raising up your digital hand, and I'll try to accommodate as much questions as possible. I'm Comrade Sani Said. Your hand is up. Comrade.
Okay, yes, good evening. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, sir.
Yes, we can hear you. Please
Hello?
go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. 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 Thank you for this wonderful opportunity given to me, and I would like to also welcome Reverend Dr. Andrew to this great program, which is very inspiring as well as enlightening. Uh, Given the fact that I am also from Kaduna State, I would like to chip in some of my question or opinion. Now, to start with a question, given the heterogeneity of Kaduna State, and Kaduna State happens to be one of the first state that is divided on ethnic and religious ground here in the entire northern states, given our historical background. How does Reverend, Reverend Dr. Andrew think he can solve that problem of insubordination from one part of the state to the other when given the opportunity to serve as the number one officer of the state? This is my first question. Secondly, uh, Reverend Dr. Andrew made mention that he is a member of PDP. And we know, given the tradition of the PDP, in almost all cases, the leadership of the party, I mean the party chairman, comes from the southern part of the state, that's southern Kaduna, where Reverend comes from. While the governor comes from the northern axis of the state. Therefore, the southern part of the state are left with the option of having party chairman and the deputy governor of the state. So how does Reverend Andrew think he can change this narrative? Moreover, on a final note, people like the current governor of the state ran their campaign on insecurity and on the provision of free education to the entire indigents of the state. But on getting there, the tuition fees of almost all the higher institutions in the state were hiked to about 500% of the initial amount. Moreover, the state of insecurity is always deteriorating in the state. The Kaduna Abuja highway is not more motorable, and we know of almost 20 or about 15 local governments that are under siege by bandits in the state. So, in essence, what I'm saying is the current government ran their campaign on these promises and they failed woefully. So, how can Reverend convince us that he is not of the same character as the current administration? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. If I call you Alhaji Said, I hope I will not be, you will not be offended. Okay.
I won't.
Thank you.
I won't.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me start
Yes,
with the issue of religion and ethnicity. I have said it in some of my public statements that religion and ethnicity or religion and ethnic bigotries are our number one enemy. They are our number one enemies. As a governor, I will not give preference to any religion above the other. I will not give preference to any tribe or even to my own tribe above other tribes. I will endeavor, God helping me, to give the same priority to every religion. I will treat everybody. You see, I say it. I have said it and I will continue to say it. Your religion or your tribe should not dictate how I relate with you. I should not relate with you based on your religion. I should not relate with you based on your tribe. You see, our religious diversity, our tribal diversity should be a source of strength. It should be a source of strength, not a source of division. You see, if you bring your religion, I bring my own, we join together, we will become stronger. If you come from your tribe, I come from my tribe, we come together, we will be stronger. So religion and tribe will not be, religion and tribal sentiment will not be tolerated. I will seek to serve every religion and every tribe equally and equally. Now, on the issue of the current government, I think I have forgotten one question, but I know you talk about the current government running their campaigns on this issue of insecurity. I have said it. The government has everything it will need to deal with the situation. But why they don't want to do it is another thing. Let me tell you, sir, why I will be different. As I'm talking to you, this bandits went to my village on July 11 July this year. They burned 12 houses, including my own. My own personal house in my village was burned down. Then on the 13th, they came back and burned 27 more houses, making a total of 30. Nine houses. So I'm better than those houses were burned. So I have felt it. I felt right now, sir, as I'm talking to you, I can't go to my village. I can't go to my village. Those who even have the guts to go, on their way back, they will be attacked. So it is something I will not allow to continue because I have suffered it. And I will not allow any other person to suffer what I have suffered. I know I forgot one question. I can't remember it. Maybe you can help me.
Okay, the third question is on the leadership style of the PDP, where the deputy
Good.
governor and the party leader comes from a particular zone, while the Okay, that's the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You see, if there is justice, if there is fair play, the next governor of Kaduna State should come from the south, because the north has had their fair share. You will agree with me, sir, that since the advent of the current political dispensation, no governor has emerged from Southern Kaduna except Yakowa, who became a governor by accident and left office by accident. You will remember, sir, during McCarthy's time, McCarthy is from the north. The party chairman then was also from the north, yet McCarthy became the governor of the state. So the issue of South producing chairman, not producing governor, or not producing chairman and South producing governor will not arise if there is justice and fair play. You see, the thing with politicians is that sometimes we are too selfish. We are too selfish. It is the turn of the Southern Kaduna people. It is our turn now. It is our turn. But if there is no justice, if there is no fair play, if there is magu-magu and chuku-chuku, then the North will want to have it. But where we want to do the right thing, it is the turn of the Southern Kaduna people. Even if it is not me, it is the turn of the Southern Kaduna people. If during McCarthy's time, he was from the north, or he is from the north, the chairman then was also from the north, and they didn't say anything wrong with that. Why would they say something is wrong for a Southern Kaduna to be governor at the same time another Southern Kaduna to be chairman? If it was good for the Giza, it should be good for the Ganda. We are all equal, and we should be treated equal. They should not bring laws that favor one side and leave one side. That is not justice. That is not equal right. That is not fair play. We expect justice, we expect fair play, we expect equity. Let there be equity. Let every segment of the society test it so that we can together grow. If only one side is meant to be producing governor all the time, remember, even during the military, how many Southern Caribbean people were made military governors? We all know it. Please, what have we done? Sir, Oga Said, it is our turn. It is the turn of the Southern Kaduna people. Thank you.
Sir, from what you just said now, I understand that you support zoning. Do you also support zoning at the federal level?
Sure. It is the turn of the Southeast. It is the turn of the Southeast to produce a president. I support it. Look, every segment of the society should be made to touch it, to feel it, to handle it. It must not be, nobody is baptized to be the only one producing president or producing governor. The thing should go around now. The thing should go around. That's how it should be.
All right, I can see Yahaya Yakubu. Yahaya Yakubu, your hand is up. Okay. Kindly unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, doctor, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I am so happy to see you. I'm so happy to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
And I want the house to know I'm one of the people that always pray for somebody responsible to come from Southern Kaduna to become a governor so that he will give his input to the development of Kaduna State.
Thank you, sir.
It's always so difficult if you did not come from a certain place to know what those people are passing through. I listened to you, although I came in late, and I quite understand where you are heading to. I just want to give one or two input.
Yes, sir.
And this input goes directly to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I presented papers on Christian and politics. And one of the aspects that I touch is that area that people keep on saying, especially people from the church, that politics is a dirty game. I disagree with that totally.
Thank you. I'm with you.
Yeah, if you are a righteous person, if you are a clean person, and you don't want anything unclean to touch you, and you say politics is dirty, you don't want to participate in it, then the dirty people will be elected, and definitely they will make laws that you are righteous must abide by it.
All right.
So I strongly want to believe you are coming in on board to contest for this is timely, and even though I'm not from Kaduna State, we'll make sure we support you from every angle that we can. With prayers, we support the one that we can. Even during campaign, if you can invite us, definitely I will come. I'm not a politician, but I will come.
Thank you, sir. You're already invited.
Yes, another aspect that I want to chip in is the structure. You have to have your own structure.
Oh, sure.
In business or in company, we call it organogram, but in politics, you must have a structure from the grassroots. If I say from the grassroots, right from the polling units. From every angle of Kaduna State, not only southern part of Kaduna State.
Exactly.
If you are able to establish that structure, and with what I heard from you, carrying everybody on board, you have no business with ethnicity or religion or whatever. Your target is Kaduna State. So if you are able to bring the north, the south, the central part of Kaduna State on board in one place, you get the structure, you get your manifesto, and you get your people on ground. I'm telling you, with prayers, nothing stops you to become the governor of Kaduna State.
Thank you very much, sir.
That cannot do. So this is the few impact that I have. And if such meeting continues with time, probably one or two input and advice will come from us. I wish you well, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
All right,
Sir.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
can see Comrade Sani's hand is also up. Comrade Sani. Comrade.
Yes,
Are you
I'm
there?
here. I'm here. Yes, I want to thank His Excellency Reverend Dr. Andrew for the response made earlier, and I want to give my last suggestion. Although
Okay.
I've never known His Excellency before, and I've never had him before, if not for the help of News.Band, but I'm highly convinced with his ideas, philosophies, and vision. And I believe as a man of God, he's going to lead by example because he knows the scripture. And in a situation where he violates, he portrays his religion as far as Nigeria is concerned. So I know he will
Exactly.
not
Exactly.
against that.
Thank you.
However, I heard that His Excellency is based in Lagos. So I would suggest that he start thinking and preparing to come back to Kaduna State, as it is said that politics is local. So you need to come back to the state and engage with the relevant stakeholders, that's people at the grassroots. And thank God, our current governor has shown to the world that religion has nothing to do with politics, as that is, he is a Muslim, but he does not portray the religion in his actions, as it affects both sides, his negative actions and inadequacies affect both sides. So even the Muslims are beginning to understand. In fact, they've all understood that he is not in any way promoting his religion. So leadership has nothing to do with his religion. So the Kadalites will go for the best, for someone who has humanity in his heart and someone who practices humanity. So at the end, I would like to let you know that we will wholeheartedly support this vision, because I believe that it is a calling, it is a clarion call to serve. So we
Thank
will
you, sir.
wholeheartedly support you in all that we can. So whenever you need us, just let us know. God willing, we will be there to support you. All we need is a desirable social change. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Wish you all the
Thank you.
best.
Thank you. Nneka, please forgive me to take our viewers back a bit.
Please go ahead.
On education, my belief is that education should not end in the classroom, and there should be no age limit. Nobody should say, I'm old to go to school. It should not end in the classroom, and there will be no age limit. We will make sure students are given the kind of training that will sustain them in life. So that you don't carry, it's a disgrace for a graduate to carry his certificate and be roaming the streets. It's a misplaced priority. In fact, our policy makers are making us to work with our heads instead of working with our legs. So no student should finish university and be looking for a job. No, before you graduate, you are already an employer. That will be the focus of the government under my leadership. And let me say it again, ethnicity and religion will not in any way interfere in the way we do government business. Your religion is for you. Your tribe is for you. My religion, my tribe is for me. And that is all. I will never accept a situation where you want to force your religious belief, your tribal coloration on others. No. Everybody should practice his religion the way he wants, without infringing on the rights and freedom of other people. I live with my parents. I grew up with my parents. I saw as a Christian, I saw Hausa people coming from Zaria with their donkeys or on their horses. My father will enter the barn and bring out corn and feed the horse or feed the donkey and give the man more to carry, give them a house to sleep. They eat food cooked by my mother. So what has gone wrong with what is wrong with us? This man is not a good. They hate to be tolerated sincerely, and it shouldn't be tolerated. I will do all I can to bring everybody together. Practice your religion, speak your dialect, teach your children your dialect, but don't try to force another person, to force your view, to force your religious or tribal views on another person. No, that is wrong, and it will not be tolerated. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I can still see Yahaya Yakubu's hand up. Yahaya?
No, my hands is not up.
We have natural. Our communities are well blessed, well endowed with natural resources. What have you done to those things? In those days, there was a Ikara food processing company. What went wrong with it? There was Zaria pharmaceutical company. What went wrong with it? There was the Kafanchan flour mill. What happened to it? We had all these things. We have, look, let me tell you, we have everything that can make us great. We have them. All that can make us great, we have them. But what happened? Where do we throw them away? And we are just bigger. Let me tell you, Kaduna can be #1 in Nigeria if given the proper priority and attention. Thank you. So
Thank you so much, Sam. Mr. Felix Oti, your hand is up.
Yes, thank you, Neka. Thank you, Dr. Duya, for coming up on this program to express your intent to run for governor of Kaduna State.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. My question is based on two issues that I believe is important to me and to many Nigerians in future political space. One, age of contestants. For years now, we've been hearing of power must shift to the youths, not too young to run, all of those slogans all over the place. Now, I'm looking at you, I cannot say your age, but I'm looking at you and you're not a youth. And you're running for governor. It's true. You're running for governor in Kaduna State. And there's a whole lot of young, educated people in their 30s and 40s. Have you considered maybe supporting a much younger person instead of you running? I know you have all these wonderful ideas, but believe me, every single politician all over the world have the same ideas as you have. Everywhere. They all talk smooth and sweet. That is why I'm asking about age. The other one is this. Nigerian women everywhere seem to be much less represented when you compare to the rest of the world. Both at national, state, and local levels, both executive, legislative, and judiciary. What if you become governor today, or even in your journey to becoming a governor? What efforts are you making to promote women in government and in politics in all the areas? Those are my two questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Let me just start by saying it this way. Sir, you are as old as you think. That's my definition. If you think you are an old man, so be it. And if you think you are a youth, So be it. So for me, sir, I think I am a youth. I think I'm a youth, and you are a Christian. If you are a Christian, you remember the case of Caleb, who said at the age of 80, he was still feeling as if he was 40. So that's the way I'm feeling. And besides, I'm not yet 60. I'm not yet 60 years. I am 58. I am 58 years now. And then, sir, look at.
I don't like him.
Look at America. How all is affect? Look at President 78. Does it affect his performance? Maybe age could be an impediment to the black man. But sir, as you see me, it's only my skin that is black. But my spirit, my heart, my thinking, I am not a black man. So I don't think like a black man. I don't behave like a black man. And so my exposure, I told you I have been working with foreign NGOs. They have greatly changed my thinking. And so that is what I am. But then, sir, where are the youths? Where are they? Sincerely, sir, I would have loved to support a younger person. There's no doubt about it. But where are they? What made them so timid? Where are they? Let the youth come out. Sir, if we have a genuine youth, a sincere youth coming out to say, I'm protesting for governor, I would drop my ambition and support him. But where are they? They should stop being timid. They should stop being cowards. They should come out. That is that. Then on the issue of women, women too are their own enemies. Sir, if you went to a mixed school, you will see that a girl will have a problem with maths. She will never go to a fellow girl like her. She will rather go with the boys, take her challenge to the boys. Women are their own enemies. Let the women stand up and be counted. I can't go to women's houses and be dragging them out. Let them come out. Of course, we cannot do, no man can do without a woman. I'm a married man. I've been married for 30-something years. I know what it is. So let the women come out. And I tell you, sir, on this issue of men and women, the youth, I will be, when I become governor, sir, I will be the oldest person in that government. All my commissioners and everybody will not be more, nobody will be more than 40 years. Nobody will be more than 40 years. I will be the oldest so that I can properly serve as a father, as a guardian, as a leader. And then by then preparing them to take over from me. That will be my policy. And please, as I said here, let the women come out. I want to work with them. I want to work with the women. Thank you very much, sir. I'm a youth. I'm a youth. I'm not an old man at all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I can see Zama, Ezra Daniel. Your hand is up. Please unmute yourself.
Daniel. Who is this?
Mr. Daniel, can you hear me?
Ezra Daniel.
I've asked you to unmute. Kindly unmute. If you're not ready, we would round up the program and close for the day.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, I want, I'm from Adamawa State. A friend advertised the program and I joined. So mine is just a prayer, and I want to appreciate Reverend for the courage he have to stand for righteousness and to see how people come out of the trouble we are in, more especially in your region over there. My prayer for you is that the Lord will preserve you and keep you.
Amen.
And deliver you from the hands of the enemies of progress. So never be discouraged. Though we are not in Kaduna State, but we are with you. We will ever pray for your success, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Okay, I think we can round up now. Reverend, let us hear your closing remark.
My closing remark? My closing
Yes,
remark
please.
is, okay, this is my closing remark. I want the leadership of the PDP to give me the opportunity to carry their ticket from 2023. I promise fairness, I promise inclusiveness, and I promise sincerity, bringing righteousness into governance, governing with the fear of God, and serving people equally. I will never choose one tribe above the other. I will not choose one religion above the other. I'm asking the PDP leadership to give me a chance. Thank you, all the listeners, and God bless you. And every young man and woman in Kaduna State should come out and let's team up together and get there. We will reach the promised land together. Every woman, every man, every young boy, young girl, come on, come out and let us get to the promised land. And please go and get your PVC. Many of our young people are very busy on social media. On election day, you have been not voting on social media. If you've not gotten your PVC, go and get it. You can register online. You can ask of the INEC office in your area and go and get your PVC. That's your power. That's your voice. That is your right. Thank you, Neka. Thank you for news. Thank you, News.Band. God bless you. God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that's as much as we can take on today's interview. We have been talking to Reverend Dr. Andrew Duya. He is a 2023 gubernatorial aspirant for the Kaduna State. And we have been talking about Nigeria 2023, the state of Nigeria's democracy. Thank you, sir, for honoring our invitation today.
Thank you for having me. Good night.
And remember that you can listen to this conversation because it was live streamed on YouTube and Facebook. You can just ask for a recording and we'll try to send you the link where you can rewatch this conversation. And remember to follow us across our social media platform at News.Band Television. And for me, Augusta Neka, it's a good night. Thank you so much for listening.